I got a lot of comments on this channel, folks who are asking me, how can I make my fretting hand less crampy, less tired, more flexible and strong? So I'd like to share with you some of these games and practices that I've developed over the years. The first one I want to share in this video is called the X Chord. This is something that can really make your bar chords easier, help improve your rhythmic accuracy when you're practicing your strumming. So I hope you'll watch this video all the way to the end. We go deep into these techniques and so much more at my in-person retreats. Please click the links down below if you'd like to join me. They're held at beautiful settings. We'll go deep into music and also apply simple mindfulness and breathwork practices to our music journey to make your learning more relaxing, more focused, and more fun. Check the links down below to learn more, and please sign the mailing list where I keep in touch with you with helpful tips like this. The X chord is simply resting the hands on the strings to muffle them. There's a lot of amazing benefits to this. Let's get right into it. First off, hold your fretting hand up like this and just touch the thumb to the back of the neck. Start to slide it up and down the neck and pay close attention to the sensations underneath the pad of your thumb. You feel the wood underneath your thumb, and pay attention to the sensations in your thumb. Can you relax it all the way down to your wrist? If you can relax the thumb all the way down to the wrist, that will mean the carpal tunnel will be relaxed and all the tendons and muscles that move your fingers will move with greater ease. So keep the thumb relaxed as you slide up and down muffled strings. All right. Exercise number 1, we're going to keep a steady rhythm, just down strokes. And let's develop some independence between the right and the left side of our body. While you keep this steady rhythm, just go up and down the fretboard. We'll try this with a more complex rhythm, but for right now, just breathe in and out and develop some flexibility as you slide up and down the fretboard, nice and light. Cool. Make sure you're breathing, looking at your hand, paying attention to the sensations in your body. And let's come to rest. Next, we're going to try this with a more complex rhythm. When we muffle the strings, we can really hear closely whether our rhythms are accurate. So the pattern I want to play is a very common strum. Down, down, up, up, down. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. When you muffle the strings, you can really hear whether your timing is on. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So keep this going now while we start to slide up and down the neck. The next exercise, we're going to be working with how to make bar chords lighter. But for right now, just breathe in and out. And you can hear the percussive nature of this exercise. 1, 2, get ready to stop and stop. Excellent. Pause the video, do this several times in a row, and see if you can maintain that light touch and a fluid motion to your fretting hand while you're strumming up and down. Now let's apply the X chord to bar chords so we can play bar chords with greater ease. It's an easy to follow process, and I'm going to share it with you right now. Before we get into that, if you're digging this, please give this video a thumbs up. Would greatly appreciate that. Please leave a comment down below with any questions, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Just clicking the like button sends a message to the YouTube algorithm to help spread my content to more enthusiastic players and learners like yourself. So thanks so much for reaching out and clicking the like button. Now let's use the X chord to make our bar chords easier. Here's what we'll do. Take your index finger, rest it across all the strings at the 2nd fret, and just make that X chord just scratching the strings. Be sure to have no effort in your thumb. Your wrist is nice and soft. Everything is just loosey-goosey. Next, we're going to gently squeeze the strings just enough to make a clean sound, paying attention to the sensations in your thumb and your index finger. We're going to squeeze and then go back to the X chord. We'll do this 4 times. While you do this, pay attention to the contrast between the action and the relaxation. Here we go. Squeeze, clean sound, relax. Do it again. Squeeze, clean sound, relax. Squeeze, give it a break, and one more time. And relax. What this is doing is it's giving our hand a break. It's also putting us into really close contact with what it's like to be effortless. Now, let's make this a little hipper. What we're going to do is we're going to move it up to the 3rd fret and add the middle finger to the 4th fret of the 3rd string. This is a C7 bar chord. So we squeeze and release. Squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Let's move it up one more fret. This is a C sharp 7. Ready? Squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Okay? Your hand is getting a workout and it's resting in between. Last thing before we add a much funkier rhythm, we're going to move it up to the 5th fret. This is a D7 chord. Okay? So barred at the 5th fret, middle finger is still at that same place on the 3rd string. Ready? Go. Squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze. Pay attention to the relaxation. Okay? Really sink into that moment right there. The more you can really program that into your muscle memory, the better you'll be able to access that soft, relaxed place. Finally, let's squeeze in some specific times. In order to do this, good idea to take a rhythm that's pretty straightforward at first. Let's take a reggae rhythm. Have silence on beat 1. We're going to squeeze on beat 2, silence on beat 3, squeeze on beat 4. It's like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Move it down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tap, tap. Tapping my foot on 1 and 3. Back up. Okay, join in. Ready? 5th fret. Boom. So you're keeping a steady groove and you're developing the ability to play bar chords cleanly. Relax. Pay more attention to the relaxation. Yeah. A simple example, but one that can really train your hand. Now, rest your hand, just shake it off a little bit gently, and keep in mind that the more and more you do this, and the more and more you pay attention to the space where you're relaxed, the more your bar chords will become easier. So try the X chord out for yourself, and day by day, your hand will get softer. Be patient and be consistent. You'll be amazed with the results. Check this video out here to learn an exercise on how to make your single note scale and solo playing more easy, more light, more clean. Look forward to jamming with you again in another video. Keep playing. Keep on smiling.